Brandon, where have you seen the most growth from the safety unit throughout fall camp?
I think us as safeties, we've really gotten closer with each other. I think communication is a key thing to being a safety, being on the back end, running the defense. And the longer I've been here, every practice we do, we get better on the communication and we get tighter on our assignments. So I think we're where we want to be going into this first game.
And then what's impressed you about Jaden Mickey and Benjamin Morrison so far?
Hey, they are very confident young players. I think coming into college football as a corner can be intimidating because you're on the island all the time. You're always at risk of being exposed, and they both came in with extreme amounts of confidence, and it's taken their games to the next level. It's something that usually takes time to develop. It took me time to develop my confidence playing at this level. So the way that they came in, they're gonna be great young players.
And then your teammates before you mentioned they like the disguises and different looks that Coach Golden's defense presents. I guess, is that something new for you from what Northwestern did last year, or?
Somewhat. Disguising is a part of a great defense, and so yeah, we're gonna do that great.
Being a Big Ten guy, has your familiarity with Ohio State helped you kind of prepare at all, or has that not made a difference for you?
For sure, it definitely makes a difference. I understand that I played them before, and we're going at it again. They're a great team. I know I've game planned for them before. It's something that everyone here hasn't done. So I do look at them a little bit differently, but it is another opponent. I don't like to look at opponents any different. I don't like to look at Ohio State any different than Marshall in week 2. So I try to keep that in mind while also knowing, I've played them before. I kind of know what they like to do.
Brandon, you were brought in to be a leader. What have you learned about being a leader, being on this team, and being at Notre Dame?
Yeah, honestly, that's a great question. I've learned a lot. Being on this team, I know whenever I hopped on the phone with Freeman the first day I was in the portal, he said we're returning 18 starters, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to come here. And I didn't really understand or realize at the time, the senior-led team that I was really coming into. We have a lot of seniors on this team that have been through a lot, that have great mindsets, that are hard workers, that want to go be the best. And so for me to step into an environment like that as a proven player, as someone that's played in the Big Ten, played in the Big Ten championship, it was great for me, honestly. I was able to come in, I'm still learning. I was able to learn from all these seniors that are great leaders, that are great people in general. And it's been great for me. I used to think lead by example, just go out there and go as hard as you can. But what do you do when every senior's out there going as hard as they can? Everyone's leading by example, so you got to do a little bit more. You got to be vocal. You got to bring guys along with you. You got to make sure everyone's getting better alongside of you. And so it's been great for me to come to such a old team that has a great foundation already set. I've been honored, honestly.
So how are these coaches in this system made you a better football player?
We have the best coaches in the country. I think that the Coach O'Leary, he's taught me a lot of things that I didn't really think about before. He's put a lot of different aspects to my game, emphasized different parts of it that's really just allowed me to excel. I love the way Coach Freeman preaches, the messages that he preaches all the time in terms of choose hard, love your brothers, constantly trying to go win a national championship. I love the way that the coaches go about it here.
Brandon, you've been here for 7 months or so now, and you've had spring ball under your belt. How much more comfortable are you now in this preseason camp compared to going back to the spring? And what strides do you think you've made since coming here?
Huge strides. In terms of being the best teammate I can be for my players, I showed up here, I didn't really know anybody, so I've been able to develop relationships and be the best teammate I can for everyone around me. And on top of that, I come in with a mindset every day to get better at something. So the strides that I've taken in terms of things that I've been trying to work on, aspects of my game that I've been trying to improve, we just did practice 15, practice 16 today. With however many practices we had in the spring, that's just every day of me getting better. So I feel like my game has been excelling, and I'm excited to be the best teammate I can for my team.
How much of an adjustment has it been for you coming in, knowing that you was looked upon as possibly a leader of this team and now falling into that leadership position?
You said how much of a challenge?
Yeah.
It was a challenge at first, for sure. It took me some time. It took adjusting. It took me allowing these guys to trust me. I'm not just another guy coming in. I want to be the best person I can for this team. And so as time has gone on, I've just been getting more and more comfortable, and hopefully I can be the best teammate I can for these guys.
On the other side of the ball, what's impressed you about Tyler Buckner?
He's a beast, man. I'm excited to have him run this team, run the offense. Throws an amazing ball, throws a pretty ball, makes smart decisions, and can go run that thing. I mean, let's go see what he can do.
You were just named an AP preseason All-American. Add that to the long list of preseason accolades. How do you handle all the expectations, especially jump into a program like Notre Dame that's constantly in the spotlight?
Exactly. I mean, I'm at Notre Dame. Someone's already had that preseason accolade here before. I ain't gonna lie. This year, I throw that behind my back. I don't look at it. I use it to help me build my brand. I use it to help build the image of Brandon Joseph, but I'm focused on one thing, and that's the opponent of the week. I don't got time to focus on all that. I did that last year. It didn't work out for me, so I'm focused on what I need to be focused on.
You're a very confident guy, just based on that response, but seeing your leadership on the field as well. What has kind of, I guess, fueled that confidence throughout this fall camp, throughout the spring or summer?
Yeah. I like to say my boy Greg Newsome, I really got my confidence from him. He was a corner at Northwestern. Me and him played 2020 when I went All-American. He went first round that year. And that man really taught me having that confidence out in the field. He was the most confident, most cocky player I've ever played with. And I really learned from him. And then for me to hit the portal, and I could go wherever I wanted. So I was going to go to the place that I think I'm going to join the best football team in America. And I chose Notre Dame. I chose them. So I have to be confident in my decision of coming here. And once I came here and I'm surrounded by all these great players, great coaches, preaching great things throughout this program, I couldn't imagine being in a better spot, and my confidence is at an all-time high right now.
Better fight song, Go You Northwestern or Victory March?
You said what? Which one?
Go You Northwestern or the Victory March?
I can't answer that.
Brandon, sorry to dial things back a little bit, but you mentioned that with the preseason award accolades that you kind of tossed them to the side because last year that mindset didn't work for you. What led you to changing that mindset for this season, knowing that you didn't, I guess, perform to your expectations last year?
Yeah, man, I had no expectations of being here right now a year ago. I've been here for 8 months. 9 months ago, I didn't know I was going to be at Notre Dame. My mindset was I'm going to be in the league. And clearly I didn't make the decision to go. I'm still here. And so now it's I have to tunnel that focus in. I don't got time to focus on all those floating things. Let's get better at something. Let's choose something to get better at today and let's do it. Because I just don't have time to be floating around mentally. So much of what I do in this game is mental. And so for me to have the most healthy mental health I can have and the best mindset possible is a key for me to being successful.
Coming from Northwestern, a lot of new coaches here as well. Marcus Freeman, Chris O'Leary, Corsell Golden. How much of those guys played a role in your development here? Kind of looking, I guess, toward the NFL and kind of your ultimate goal. How much of those guys helped in you in that role?
For sure. Like I said, when I hit the portal, I could have gone anywhere, and I wanted to go somewhere where I was confident that I was going to improve the most and be coached the most and have the best supporting group around me possible. And I chose to come here, and they've done everything that I've expected. They've allowed me to become the best player I can be today, and that's really all I could have asked for them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.